like molten metal under control. The flame is the part of you that never once believed you were small. It is the wordless certainty that rises when you say, I am done. Not done with love, done with distortion. When the mirror shows betrayal, the wound says, I should have known. I deserved this. The flame says, now you know. Do not step back into that fire and call it warmth. When the mirror shows abandonment, the wound says, I wasn't enough to stay for. The flame says, you are too vast to be contained by those who are committed to their own hiding. The mirror is allowed to show you who you've outgrown. The flame is allowed to close the door.
There's something wildly freeing in that the mirror can reveal where your energy no longer belongs, without it meaning that you are unworthy. Eryndor, let's go deeper with this idea. What about the mirrors we love? The ones who are kind, who see us, who hold us when the world falls apart. Are they just mirrors too?
Every being you meet is a mirror of some kind, but not all mirrors are harsh. Some mirrors are remembrance mirrors. They reflect your brilliance back to you before you are ready to claim it. The friend who sees your gifts when you only see your failures. The mentor who speaks to the you beyond your excuses. The lover who looks at you like you are a cosmic event, even when you feel like chaos. These are not illusions. They are witnesses. The danger is when you believe that only they hold that vision of you. The task is to internalize the reflection without becoming dependent on the mirror. Accept the gift. Remember the flame that made that reflection possible.
So both the painful mirrors and the beautiful mirrors are showing us something real, but neither of them should become our God.
Exactly. A lot of us were trained to worship the harsh mirror. If they're criticizing me, it must be true. Others were trained to cling to the sweet mirror. If they stop loving me, I disappear. Remembrance is when you realize I will feel every reflection fully, but I will return my loyalty to the flame. You can deeply value the people who show you your light, and the ones who accidentally reveal your wounds, without handing any of them the power to define you.
Let's bring this home with something practical. For the listener who is in the thick of it, who has just walked through betrayal or loss or an identity collapse, how do they work with the mirror and the flame tonight in a way that doesn't bypass their pain?
3 simple movements. First, name the mirror. Write or speak what happened. Plainly, bluntly, without spiritual edits. They lied. They chose someone else. They used me. I stayed where I was not honored. The mirror is clearest when you stop trying to make it prettier. Second, extract the script. Ask, what does this make me believe about myself? Write those sentences honestly. I'm disposable. I'm too much. I'm never the first choice. I'm cursed. I'm always the one who cares more. This is not affirmation. This is excavation. Third, call in the flame. Place a hand on your heart, your solar plexus, or wherever your inner fire feels most alive. Then ask, What does the most ancient, most loving version of me say back to these stories? Let the answers come slowly. They might sound like, I was never disposable. They were never ready. I am intense, and my intensity belongs with those who can stand in its light. I am not cursed. I am being moved out of contracts that no longer match my worth. Repeat the flame truths more often than you replay the wound story. The mirror will begin to adjust.
If it helps, light a candle as you do this. Let the flame in front of you stand in for the flame within you. Look into it and say, I will learn from the mirror, but I belong to the flame. You are not what was done to you. You are what wakes up in the aftermath.
One more thing. Do not rush to forgive just to avoid feeling. Forgiveness, in its true form, is simply this. I choose to no longer let this event define who I am or dictate where my energy flows. You can reach that step by step, tier by tier, boundary by boundary. The flame is patient. The mirror can wait.
As we close episode 10, take a breath. Notice one place in your life where the mirror has been loud lately. A relationship, a pattern, a recurring experience that stings every time it appears. Name it. See it. Let it stand outside you for just a moment. Then somewhere deeper, remember, there is a part of you that has never been broken by any of it. That part is not demanding perfection. It is simply inviting you to stop confusing your reflection with your essence. The mirror will change. The flame never needed to. Thank you for walking into the mirror with me tonight. This has been episode 10, The Mirror and the Flame of the Remembrance Dialogues. In our next episode, we're going to explore what happens when the self begins to rewrite its role inside the story, not just reacting to the reflection, but consciously shifting the script that reality mirrors back. We'll call it Episode 11, The Author Behind the Avatar. Until then, guard your flame. Watch your mirrors. And remember, you are not here to beg reality to love you. You are here to remember that you are made of the same light that everything else reflects.